So you mentioned AI, right? So AI is what we called is a horizontal multiplier, right? So in this room, let's say electricity was similar multiplier in 19th century, right? Or let's say internet. I see AI doing the same across industries, right? It's a multiplier, and countries, societies will align. There is a global power struggle around GPU infra, and we're seeing that. So we'll come to that AI bit. So besides eating, what else influences your gut health? Is sleeping, other things? What should we worry about?
So, apart from a good diet, a regular exercise, physical activity, right? Stress levels, your eating, the kind of quantity which you eat also is a lot of relevance to your gut. Then your sleeping habits, right? Then your, I would say your daily lifestyle, what you live into, plays a very, very important role over here. And there are a couple of studies which talk about genetics in gut as well, but not much relevant cases have come up. So a lot of research are going on at that portion as well. But yes, if you control your eating habits and you are physically active, and you see, taking stress is not in your hand. Right. So being physically active will burn that stress hormones into your body. So what I always recommend, and which I always tell people, to eat healthy and exercise. Right. Be mobile in your daily routines will really help your gut to be active, and be very hydrated. People don't talk about how much water you intake, right? And water, kind of promotes your bowel movement, right? So that's very important.
How much water should I drink in a day?
Your body is different, my body is different, but yes, if you see a couple of data, people talk about 4 to 5 liters a day you should have water. And I think you should have a lukewarm water added into your regime, because lukewarm water helps you clearing your gut bowels, and will help you in terms of enhancing your gut health.
Right. And what kind of solutions do you have now for customers? You started when?
Started in 2022.
Okay.
Right. And we started Lifechart in 2022, wherein we were connecting patients to doctors, Ayurveda doctors, within 60 seconds. And with the inbound interest, we launched our own products as well. So the products were, we are not like a D2C brand, which is like, you order to a vendor, you change the label, and you're selling it on third-party platforms. We wanted to be a serious brand where we could, take the kind of responsibility of people, those who are coming onto our platform, that yes, you're here for the solutions, right? We're not selling products to you, we're giving you solutions. There are two parts of the world, right? Majority of the brands over here you see will push in products. We are different. We found a different way, that yes, we will scale permanently. We will build a company which will go to an IPO. That's a thought process. So for Lifechart, you have doctors, you have products which are formulated in-house, right? Tested into third-party laboratories, and we own the formulations, because we should exactly know what we are selling. Right. And over here is a big difference, where majority of D2C brands, they just order to the vendor and change the labels and sell it. They themselves do not know whether this is going to work or not. And that's why you see those all shit reviews of a lot of funded brands also on Amazon and Flipkarts.
Right.
And we don't end over here. We guide you towards your lifestyle changes as well. We are connected throughout your wellness journey.
And these are herbal formulations. So what is the difference between herbal, nutraceutical, Ayurveda? Are these same terms, different terms?
No, so herbal and Ayurveda are more or less similar.
Okay.
Right. And nutraceuticals is a mix of herbs and good chemicals. Right. So that becomes nutrition and chemicals and herbs, if you want to mix. So that becomes nutraceuticals. So these are different things. But yes, both or three of them all together have different belief theories as well.
Right. And you are taking from the best practices of Ayurveda, and that's how you're building a product.
Yes. So our thought is that we'll focus only on gut. That's for sure, right? And we feel that this is a massive problem to be solved. And I think Ayurveda has shown great results for gut. There are a couple of theories which you could find on the government websites as well, where a lot of I would say testing has been done, where a couple of herbs have come out as winner practices for gut, right? So you could see it in all Indian institutes of Ayurveda websites. You could see how government is also promoting it. So I think consuming natural, clean, plant-based is a modern name for Ayurveda, right?
Yeah.
So if you consume such kind of things which have a third-party testing availability to you, right? Do not go and just simply believe on what any influencer is saying. Check what you are having. Check the ingredients which are there, into your supplements, what you are taking. See the third-party certificates, see the reviews, and then go for it, right? So that's what our confidence is, and we've seen a repeat of 42% month on month for our products.
And your how is the life journey of a customer with you? So they come to your portal, they choose for consultation, and after consultation they are recommended certain products and lifestyle changes, and then there is a follow-up program.
Bingo. I don't have to say anything else on that. So you have actually defined it pretty well, that this is the complete journey of our customers. And at Lifechart, the TG which has self-attached to us is tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 cities, beyond. So our look and feel of the brand has been kept in such a way that we are not that a local brand at all. Neither we are a very higher, premier brand. So the aspiration has been kept in mind that yes, our customers are lower middle class and middle class people. So we'll have to keep the brand journey, the alignment, the finding of brand offerings and labelings in such a way. So you'll find a lot of presence of ours into social media channels there on the pages, because our customer spends a lot of time over there.
And who are your competitors in that market?
If you talk about a category based thing, then very less players are concentrating on gut, because again I tell you, thinking ahead of time, everybody is doing, somebody is doing kidneys, somebody is doing heart, somebody is doing BP, somebody is doing obesity, somebody is doing diets only, somebody is doing diagnosis only.
Diabetes.
Yes, diabetes. So, and for them, acha gut bhi kar lete hain. And for us, we are specialist, right? So I always ask a question. So if you, God forbid, somebody has a chronic disease like a heart attack, would you go to a heart surgeon or a heart specialist, or you will go to a general doctor? People say, of course, a specialist. So when you have gut issues, you will have to come to us because we are specialist. We don't do anything else. And that's the reason of us being in such a space. There's a inbound organic demand which has come up to us, wherein tier 1, crowd, which are Gen Zs, millennials, they have started inquiring on our platform that, hey guys, do you have something for us? And that is something which gave birth to Gutify, right? And
I like the name.
Yeah,
it's very Gen Z kind of like Gutify.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So Gutify is something which says that we'll nourish you from within. We'll nourish your gut from within. So that's our tagline for Gutify, and this is the new brand which I'm going to launch in February. The brand is going to cover up the gaps which are there into the industry, wherein somebody is doing diagnosis, somebody is only selling products, somebody has built a company where he's only selling diets, right? Somebody has built a company who is only recommending you lifestyle changes. So Gutify is a combination of your kind of demand for everything under one roof, where diagnosis becomes a very important role for us in Gutify. Why? Because one size fit product is not going to solve for all, right? I've seen this problem in the industry where people are only pushing the products and they think that it's a lifestyle product. You just have to take it and add it into your lifestyle. But ask a question to those customers: are you getting relief? You were here on this platform for losing weight. Did only ACV, right, with a watermelon taste is giving you relief? Have you lost weight after taking those things, or you're just taking it just because of taste? 90% people I bet on this platform will say for taste. Why? Because diagnosis has not been done. Your gut, my gut, has different set of bacteria. Your gut will have a separate problem, my gut will have a separate problem. Statement: Gutify is going to launch couple of DIY kits where you can test your gut inside your house itself, right? We'll be launching couple of strips wherein it is so easy that put a strip onto your tongue and know your gut health. And after that, connect to our experts. So you have to unlock the insight by getting self-tested, get an expert opinion from our doctors, and basis those opinions, right, have our products. And after those products, you will get auto kind of AI reminders, diet charts built by doctors, personalized things for you, right? Personalization is the new king, right? And Gutify is going to do that. And we are soon launching Gatify in February with all sort of kits and everything which I have told you. There are a couple of competitors in the market, heavily funded companies, right? They are only driving, I would say they're only burning money, right? And giving, and the only person who's earning is Hrithik Roshan or Shilpa Shetty's of the world, right? So that's what is happening, and we found that gap, and this gap we're going to double up. So we recently closed a round, and we are out in the market very soon again for a race for Gatify with a lot of inbound interest from the investors.
So you mentioned that your gut has variety of bacteria, viruses, other microbes, and obviously it's personalized.
Right.
Your gut has different. So how do you make out the difference? Let's say if you take sample from my or your gut, then how do you look at the actual constitution of the gut microbiome for a person X versus person Y?
So there are a couple of tests which are being done. So one is a microbiome test, right? Second is the SIBO test, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, right? Then third one is your pH level test. It lets you know that how alkaline or how acidic your gut is. These are typical 3 type of tests which you could do and get to know that what is the culture of your microbiomes and what is the culture of my microbiomes, right? And we are launching 2 out of these 3 tests in coming times, wherein these tests and the reports would be fed by AI as well. We have developed our own AI capabilities in house, our own Gatify AI bot, and all sort of data which we'll get through Gatify. So we're launching an application also for Gatify. So all sort of data which we'll get through that application and the reports and everything, it'll be fed through AI with the intelligence of doctors together, right?
It's like a co-pilot.
Absolutely. And once the AI gets trained up in coming times, it could recommend that it could share a difference between your gut microbiome and my gut microbiome, without depending upon whether you have doctors there or not for testing, or whether you have those capabilities or not. So I'm very excited about Gatify. When I talk about it, when I talk about AI and gut, I'm very excited when I talk about the the DIY kits at your house, because nobody's doing that. वो सारे they're just chasing influencers to push their products.
But DIY, have you seen any data in other sectors? Let's say to last year when they were pitching to us about food DIY testing kits at home, right? Test the purity of food. I'm not tracked how have they done, but the economics of the testing kit, etc., did not make sense to me at that point. So have you seen DIY kind of model work in other in healthcare, other things? I know for diabetes, DIY has been around for, let's say, to 18, 20 years now, at least.
Right.
Do the prickle and
yes,
there,
yes,
right?
yes.
Oxygen, after COVID, people started testing their
oximeters.
What other proxies do we have in healthcare for DIY?
It's purity. So, people are so self-enlightened, Kulmani, that everything is available on internet. And when we talk about DIY kits, we are talking about those kits which will exactly have measurable numbers, right? And when you have those measurable numbers, I'm sure the society adapts to it when you talk logic, right? And if you just talk gimmicky things, XYZ things, I think it will be a fad, and people won't succeed ahead of that.
So talking about country delight, is dairy good for your health? Gut health, not health, gut health.
Yeah, couple of arguments have been done over here, right? And I feel a couple of people say that you don't have to boil the milk, drink it direct, right? Okay. So you get those healthy bacteria, and that happens because you see the farmers' lifestyle earlier, so वो directly पीते थे and quite healthy, right? So a lot of arguments there. Don't boil it, either boil it, right? So lot of studies going on there.
And what about dairy products?
So dairy products, if you're not allergic to them, right? If you don't have lactose intolerance and everything, so here we come into the picture in terms of diagnosis. What you are allergic to? Test your SIBO, right? See what kind of product which you're eating, right, is getting a bacterial overgrowth or a normalization into your gut. So I've seen in US, I've seen in Japan, SIBO doing very well. So it's a test where you have to fill up a bag like a balloon, and over there you could take out testing things and test right there into hydrochloric acid and see what is your breath, how that breath is carrying what kind of bacteria and XYZ things. So doing a
But
lot
that
of,
will change every day depending on what I am eating.
definitely yes,
Hmm.
definitely yes. But your composition of gut and the liquid which you have in your gut, what you are allergic to, right? It will be same.
So I was reading some literature where they were tracking, let's say, peanut butter allergy in US, right? It's a big deal now, right? And what they said, if kids are exposed to a lot of things at early stage, the chances of getting allergy is much lower,
Yes.
right? So in a way, this awareness around lactose intolerant is in a way feeding more lactose intolerant next generation. I don't know, it could be true. I just think,
I agree with you. I agree with your viewpoint. See, what I say is, if you introduce your kid to variety,
right,
right, your gut will have an habit to understand what is you're getting inside.
right,
And if you are very cautious, no, you have to eat this, you don't have to eat that, then I'm sure your gut will never adapt to different varieties of food.
right.
That's very true. And I've also read a report where the gut immunity in kids are built when you introduce them to varieties. So I think let's not go with fads of cricketers that I'm vegan, I drink alkaline water, XYZ. Why are we forgetting our times?
Yeah.
We should not forget our times, right? And I think we have a better immunity than the kids of today's age.
Yeah, I think people should speak on subjects within their domain, right? So I think as Indians, we rely more on Bollywood stars and cricketers to tell us about a lot of things, while we don't look at the actual research which is being done, right? While I see in other societies, there is a lot of respect for people who are going deep into a subject,
Right.
and people listen to them, right? So I think for us, it's more we are receiving message from variety of channels, and it goes other way also, right?
Absolutely,
Sometimes I
yes.
see VCs talking about subjects which are not there for subjects, right?
Right. Right.
They're talking like philosophers while they have not studied any Indian philosophical system,
Right.
right? So I think we should know, all of us should know that.
I agree to your viewpoint. I really agree to your viewpoint. And if those researches, those theses which made sense, right, could get a good face, could be repackaged and served to the society in a way they like it, I think the adaptation rate would go high. All this plant based it was always there in the society.
In India, though, it was all
Right. So I think people, the today's age, if they are understanding it in a way that it's a plant based stuff, then it's a plant based stuff, right? Yeah, and the product is the same, right? So I really agree to your viewpoint, and I really appreciate it that you brought it to this forum, that research and everything, if it could have a good face, people would adapt to it.
So as Gutify and Lifechart, now I am understanding the brand will be built in two layers. So
Yes.
Lifechart will be the overall wellness platform, and Gutify will be more about specifically for gut, as the name implies, right? That's how you're thinking about the strategy going forward.
Yes. So the strategy is, as I told you, that 7th out of every 10th Indian suffering from gut issues, right? And I don't.
This is for across India or
Across India, across India, right? And it's there
all
on the
age
internet.
groups.
Yes, it's there on the internet, right? And the data which has been captured, right? There's a lot of unorganized data which is lying in those villages and areas which we can't go to, right? I don't want to miss on this miss on this opportunity, wherein I don't cater to a market which is already there,
Right.
which is tier 3 and beyond, and of course a developing market. Thinking ahead of time that yes, in tier 1 cities and tier 2 cities, the kind of lifestyle which we are all into, there'll be a massive market for gut. So I want to capture it with both the brands. So Gutify will make more sense for tier 1, tier 2 cities. Lifechart is a mass brand for folks in tier 3 and beyond.
And what do we need to do as a society about gut health? What kind of movement should we have? Awareness building. What do you think we can do as people in our, let's say, 40s now? People around us have kids. What is our responsibility?
So I think we should always set an example.
Right.
And when you set an example, people follow. So in order that we want people or our kids or the generations to live a healthier life, right? Everything starts from our own kitchen. Everything starts at your own discipline. everything starts at your own lifestyle. So let us create examples. Let us, be aligned to, couple of, channels, or, enlightenment books, or kind of, media where we could read about gut and could, present it in a way that, yes, I have practiced it, right? I am leading a healthier life. Then only I can, ask people to join me over here. So community building is very important. And over here, again, Gutify is going to play a very important role. Just go to Instagram and see our channel. We started talking about gut over there, right? And there will be a lot of educational content which we are, throwing to people, where doctors are speaking that what are the tips you could, which could help you keep your gut healthy and clean. What are the new recipes you can try in your kitchen, without, having those hassle things that, I'm buying fancy things. No, in your kitchen is your immunity builder. Right. So from there, I'm sure a lot of brands like us would come up in coming future. People will try to build communities. People, like enlightened people like us will follow them and will try to, correct our lifestyle, so that our generation, those who are seeing to us, follow those footsteps.
Right. I think me and my wife, we keep discussing about health, right? So one of the things which I promote very often is eating out less.
Yes.
So there are months where we only eat out once, right, if I'm not traveling, and that does wonders for your gut health, your bowel movements, and overall mood, and obviously you're saving money, and cooking is also kind of a mental wellness kind of exercise.
It is.
And a lot of times when we are eating in the restaurants, right, let's say dal makhani, it's not cooked. It's a premix kind of a thing which is just heated up and served to you. Obviously, they put butter and everything, and it tastes great, but it's not what you're expecting. It's not freshly cooked food. It has been there sitting in some freezer, and then it's coming to you.
Right.
Same is with, let's say you order a platter of appetizers, let's say a meze platter or something.
Right.
It's mostly just heated up and given to you, right? And it's not doing any favor to your gut in any way. So I think the simple thing which all of us could do was eat out less.
I kind of agree to this, and we should add couple of things which kind of enhances our healthy bacteria, like yogurt. Replace your kids' soda with chach and lassi, right?
Yeah.
Develop an habit wherein you eat a lot of fermented foods, right? And when we say fermented, so I don't know what these people are going to kind of take out a new term. So there is a very common Punjabi thing which is there in Punjab. I've been there. I tasted. It's known as kanji, right? Those are those black carrots, beetroot, right? They are fermented. And you know what? When I researched, I got to know that is a composition of superbly healthy, bacteria which could enhance your gut digestion.
So you eat it as a salad?
It's like you have to drink it up, right?
Okay.
So it has rye, it has black, carrot, it has beetroot, which is fermented, kept in water for some time. It is fermented, so you have it in a glass, it enhances, it boosts your gut health. I always say, stick to your basics. Someday you will have to come back to your basics. Why not today?
So go back to your cultural diet.
Absolutely. Go back to your culture. And you are very, very correct when you talked about that, like whole grains we should take, right? Less of gluten. So what are millets? These are bajras, right? We used to eat it when, we were young, right? Our grandfather used to eat it, right? They not used to prefer those puris and those parathas and those rotis. You're adding gluten in your body, right? So replace it by a couple of very good fiber things.
I think puri and parathas came because it's quick, right?
It's quick
to make.
It's quick to make.
Guests at home, right? You can
make
it quick.
Yes. And they were not regular dishes. They used to be cooked when there used to be kind of functions in all those villages and everything. People used to depend upon millets, bajra. They used to depend upon, ragis. They used to depend upon barleys. These are all good fiber-rich meals. And they were not constipated, right? All problem starts when you get constipated. So, increase such kind of fermented foods. Add these foods into your kid's diet.
Right.